Hollywood has not been doing very well the past couple of years. You can see this by the amount of revenue that their movies have been bringing in. It's harder and harder to get a really big hit movie. The amount of money it takes to get that movie to be a hit is also a lot bigger now because movies cost a lot more money to make. And, there's so many reasons for this. People just don't want to watch the stuff. Video gaming has really picked up what movies used to be. I think video games are probably the highest form of entertainment now. They bring in about the most amount of money. Then you've got user-created content, like YouTube and so on and so on. Though who even knows how long YouTube is going to be around, considering they're trying desperately to become the next piece of the Hollywood pie. This is why you have like Brie Larson becoming a YouTuber now, which is so fake. Nobody thinks that's authentic at all. But of course, she jumps on, and the first day she's verified, monetized, and trending. So it's very unfortunate that that's where they want to go. I'm kind of sad to see that because this could have been a great platform. And it used to be, and I don't know how much longer they're going to have left. Eventually, someone's going to rise up and really come after them as far as platform-wise. But anyway, movies, the film industry, Hollywood, they haven't been doing good for a while. Movie theaters were closing before the past year happened, where they haven't been allowed to be open. So a lot of them have closed from that alone. But make no mistake, the movie theater industry was collapsing before the coup. And, that has a lot to do with the fact that movies just aren't very good. It'll be interesting to see how much longer they're able to hold out. I've talked about that in a few videos. But anyway, for the past couple of years, the Oscars have been under a lot of fire. Every time the Oscars come around, we see that Oscars so white thing trend, and everyone gets all upset for no reason. First off, nobody really cares about the Oscars anymore, which is funny. Nobody cares about these award shows. Several actors have come out and blasted them. We had one yesterday, Kirstie Alley, who weighed in on this new policy, which I'll get to. And then Bradley Cooper, just 2 days ago, came out and said that they're meaningless. And he's right. These award shows are meaningless. Nobody cares. Like I said, there's a handful of movies that make it every once in a while that are good. We had three last year that I liked a lot. Ford versus Ferrari, 1917, and of course, Joker. And it was fun to watch those. I think that's the most I've really cared about the Oscars in a while. And that was mostly because I wanted Joker to win every single one of them because there were so many crybabies about that movie. Remember how much fun that was when everyone was going crazy about Joker? That was about 6 or 7 months of great content because there was so much salt over that movie. There was so much salt over Joker. It was great. That was a lot of fun when Joker dropped. But now they want to change the Oscars. They want to change up Best Picture. So now you're going to have Best Picture eligibility standards, strict new diversity requirements that will take effect in 2024. This is going to be absolutely hilarious to watch go into effect because what are you going to do now? So you have to have all these requirements for movies. So what does this mean for historical movies and stuff like that? 1917 and Ford versus Ferrari are really good examples. I believe both of those were up for Best Picture last year. What do you do? Especially a movie like Ford versus Ferrari, where all the main characters were Caucasian, right? And this is a historical movie. You're basing it around their families, who they worked with, and so on and so on. So are you going to change those? What about 1917, World War I? What are you going to do with those? It's interesting to watch. What if you do a movie based on some historical setting? Are you going to just change people so you can get the best picture? And then what are you going to do? So this movie, let's say that we can just use 1917 and Ford versus Ferrari. Those were legitimately really good movies. So you don't give those movies best picture eligibility because they don't fit these weird standards. Kirstie Alley makes a really good point. She says, this is a disgrace to artists everywhere. Can you imagine telling Picasso what had to be in his effing paintings? You people have lost your minds. Control artists, control individual thought. Oscar Orwell. And I think that she makes a really good point there. So now, you're not even going to be able to make these movies, or people aren't even going to consider making them, maybe because they don't get an award, though maybe that won't really matter. But for some reason, you know, these places like to have these prestigious awards, even though the viewership is low. Nobody gives a damn about the Oscars. Nobody has in a long time, and they're going to care even less now. So let's take a look at what the actual rules are. We actually have them here, which are interesting. So here's what you need to be eligible for Best Picture. So lead or significant supporting actors, at least one of the lead actors or significant supporting actors is from an underrepresented group. And then you have exactly what they need to be right here. General ensemble cast, at least 30% of all actors in secondary or minor roles from at least two of the following underrepresented groups. And then you have it all right here. Oh, by the way, people with cognitive or physical disabilities who are deaf or hard of hearing. So that kind of changes up the penguin role that Colin Farrell has, right? Remember I did a video on that the other day because they said he was too good looking to play the penguin? Like, why don't you just get a guy with a busted face to play him? Main storyline or subject matter. Now that's messed up. So it has to be centered around these groups. Standard B, creative leadership and project team. Creative leadership and department heads, at least two of the following creative leadership positions and department heads: casting director, cinematographer, composer, costume designer, director, editor, hairstylist, makeup artist, producer, production designer, set decorator, and so on and so on. Writer. So can you imagine that? Oh, you're going to have people saying that they're into, like, you're going to have a guy saying he's into dudes so that he can go and work as a producer or production designer. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I can't hear very well. Can I come and do the hairstylist job? It's going to make a lot of fake, people are going to lie, basically. They're going to be like that college professor who told everybody that she was a POC for years so that she could do an African studies class. You go into here, other key roles and overall crew composition. Got to make sure that you do genetic testing for the interns that get your coffee and so on and so on. Industry access and opportunities. Oh, paid apprenticeship and internship opportunities. I'm sorry, that's a different one. So the people that, maybe the guy, you know, holds the cut sign, maybe that's the overall crew composition. And then, of course, you need to do genetic testing for the people that you get for an internship and training opportunities and so on. Like, this is ridiculous. So now it's going to, like I said, the real funny stuff will be to watch movies that do a historical setting. Those are going to be funny to watch. But, man, it's about to get worse. Like, going woke for woke's sake here. That's what this is. And people don't like that. People don't like that. The only people that like it, bunch of weirdos on Twitter. And that's exactly who they made this for. Twitter, once again, gets to shape our cultural landscape because of like a handful of people that do nothing but tweet hundreds of times a day. So, this is where we're at. R.I.P. Hollywood. R.I.P. Hollywood. You're already on the path to destruction. I'm looking forward to just seeing Hollywood completely go bankrupt. And it's not far away. Disney's real close. All that Mulan stuff that they got busted with the other day, that was ridiculous. So that's gonna be a fun fire to watch. Anyway, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Also, if you would, throw a like up, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell, and I will see all of you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.